question. I'm sorry, but you broke up on your first question. I couldn't hear that. Could you repeat that?
Marine Corps has divested its fleet of M1 Abrams tanks. Couldn't they be sent to Ukraine?
So again, part of this USAI package that we rolled out is trying to procure new tanks for Ukraine. Again, I don't have an update of when those will come. It's going to be not weeks, it's going to be months. So I will keep you updated on that. In terms of your second question on, I think it was on why aren't we supplying hundreds of, and then you listed Abrams, Leopards, all of that. Again, these are sovereign countries making decisions on security assistance for themselves and what they can give to Ukraine. We are incredibly grateful for what our partners and allies have given so far. As you saw, we just announced 31 Abrams just this week. I think that is, it's certainly not a symbolic commitment. It is a commitment that we're in it for the long term. We're in it for what Ukraine might need on the battlefield in the coming future and then further out in the future. And so I certainly think that is a commitment that you've not only seen from us, but you're seeing it from other European countries and allies give their additional weapons and capabilities. I'm gonna go to Laura, Politico.
Hey, thanks Sabrina. Sorry for delay. I needed to unmute myself. Just wondering if you could tell us whether we are sending the depleted uranium bullets along with the tanks.
Get into any more details about what we're sending. You've seen the release. It's posted on defense.gov.
Hey, thanks Sabrina. Sorry for delay.
About as far in detail as I will get right now, Laura.
Just
thanks. I'll come back in the room. Janie.
Thank you, Sabrina. Upcoming Secretary Austin's visit to South Korea this weekend, what agenda will the two secretaries discuss?
Yeah, well, I think you'll see the secretary certainly highlight our commitment to the region. I don't want to get ahead of the secretary and his trip that you just mentioned, as you know, is coming up and heading out on Sunday. But again, our commitment to South Korea remains rock solid. And he's looking forward to meeting with his counterparts there.
Do you have any plan for meeting with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol?
I don't have anything to read out about a meeting now, but with more details, when we're ready to release more details on the trip, we're certainly happy to get them to you. Sure.
What is your view on the weapons deal between Russia's Wagner Group and North Korea?
Well, we've seen the Wagner Group try and procure and be successful at procuring weapons from North Korea. I think that shows further isolation, that Russia is depleting its stocks pretty quickly. And, you know, again, when you're turning to a country like North Korea, Iran, these are countries that are already isolated from an incredible alliance that has been built around support for Ukraine. And so I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Thanks, Sabrina. This morning, AFRICOM announced that the U.S. military conducted a successful counterterrorism operation in Somalia. I just wanted to see if you can give us any details on that. Was that a drone strike? Who did it target? Was it an ISIS target? Can you name the target? How did it go?
Yeah, as you know, AFRICOM put out their statement. It was a successful operation, but I just don't have further details to announce at this time. I believe they will be providing some soon. Yeah.
President Biden announced this tank, the tank aid to Ukraine. He said Secretary Austin advised him to do that.
He did.
And could you tell us, based on, because we heard from this department several times that it's not rational, like it's not tactically, it's difficult to maintain, sustain that. Could you tell us what was the rationale behind Secretary Austin's advice? Was it a political or was it a military tactical advice?
Well, I think the secretary and the chairman's position when it came to the Abrams has not changed. I mean, it is going to be a challenge to sustain and maintain these tanks. That said, following the contact group, following meetings with partners and allies there, and again, these are almost 50 nations participating in the contact group, the secretary came away from those conversations feeling that we needed to provide a long-term commitment to Ukraine. And we know that it's not just going to be armored personnel carriers, it's not just going to be infantry vehicles, tanks. I mean, these are all capabilities that are going to enable more maneuverability, but it's not just one system that's going to be the magic wand that all of a sudden ends this war. But providing a long-term commitment was something that the secretary felt very strongly about. And that is why he recommended to the president that we do provide these Abrams. And, I've seen people say, well, is this symbolic of, something just given to Ukraine so you could unlock other allies to give their tanks. And I would say to that I don't think a battalion of Abrams giving to Ukraine is at all symbolic. This